Doesn't he have enough to deal with? There's another guy that can run fast. The season premiere.
Yeah, so, well, I guess I should probably tell you about, like, what happened at the end of last season. So, like, you know, he
Oh, remember we reviewed the season finale.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to that one. We're talking about this season now.
Okay, so, like, this season, it's him dealing with the fact that he messed up the timeline by going back in time to stop his mom from getting murdered. Stop Reverse Flash. And at first, the first episode, it's like his life is perfect, how he wanted it. He has both his parents, and he asks Iris out on a date because, well, since he had his parents, they didn't grow up together. So, like, he had to introduce himself to her, and it was all awkward, but cute, too. And it was, like, a good love story moment for them, for Barry and Iris. But then, like, there's some shit that's fucked up, too. Like, there's a Flash in this reality that's not Barry. It's Iris's brother, Wally. Wally West is Kid Flash. Well, he calls himself the Flash, and everybody else is like, well, you're Kid Flash. And he's like, don't call me that. He gets all, like, buttered about it.
Well, that sounds like a microaggression. Oh, a black kid could get tried as an adult, but he can't be an adult superhero?
That's really messed up, Henry.
Just telling it like it is.
Yeah, but Wally's the Flash, and
well, Wally is supposed to be younger than Iris and Barry, right?
Yeah,
it's her little brother.
Yeah, technically. Well, like, they're the same size, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, both being in their 20s, around there, something. Oh, and they have a speedster bad guy too. This guy called the Rival. He, like, wants to fight Kid Flash all the time. But the real Flash, Barry, he tries to help Kid Flash to defeat the Rival, and Kid Flash ends up getting shanked by, like, iron pipe, right? From the Rival. He's a dick, apparently.
That's not... I thought he just wanted to race him.
Yeah. No, he wanted to fucking kill him.
It's like if someone got shanked after, like, an Olympic event.
Yeah, pretty much. No, they were doing some legit fighting.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, even though it was badass how they run around everywhere, of course, but then, like it'll, like, do slow motion to show, like, their actual fighting moves and shit. There's good choreography in this episode. But
yeah, that's usually what sets it apart. Like, if you know that they actually had to practice their fight scene.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, hey, punch forward, and then we'll edit him being punched by a fist. Like, cut to
the most simple cinematography there is.
Like, lots of tight shots and just images of fists.
Yeah. So yeah, after Kid Flash gets shanked, then the Rival, he spins around, he makes 2 tornadoes, and it's like fucking Barry, he's getting blown away. He's like, I can't beat him, but then he finds the strength to run into the tornadoes in the opposite direction to defuse them, and the Rival's like, he really is the fastest man alive, and he gets his ass beat, and so, like, because Kid Flash is he's injured, he's basically going to die, and, like, Barry's like, well, okay, I know what I have to do. He had to take Reverse Flash back to go kill his mom. He had to make that decision, which was fucking...
That
really
house is just gonna... It's gonna be like a whole party seeing her murder by the end of this series. There's gonna be, like, 40 people in that room.
Well, no, it's weird because when they go back, like,
and half of them are going to be Flashes.
Well, no, because remember how like he saves his mom, and then he sees him that went back in time the first time in that door, and like he disappears. Well, that happens when they go back at the end of the episode, and they show Barry talking to his mom saying you're going to be okay, but then the fucking reverse flash is right there. He says, "No, she's not." And he's got his red eyes glowing, looking menacing as fuck. He's like, "No, she's not." And then that Barry disappears, and he fucking kills her. It's like, oh no, it was so bad.
Oh yeah, so Flashes disappear as soon as once they show up too.
Yeah, because they're fixing it. So yeah, the episode ends with like flashes of like everything going back to the way it was. Basically doing another like season recap, showing everything that happened, and then like you see Reverse Flash taking Barry to his porch, and he's like, "Well, looks like everything's back the way it should be. And he's, for me at least, for you."
Starts raining donuts. Close enough.
And pigs are flying.
Or no, the close when Homer's family when the Simpsons had lizard tongues.
Yeah, close enough. Oh, but the thing at the end of the episode is that Barry goes, "Where's Iris?" His dad, black dad, because his real dad got killed. Remember, at the end of the episode. So he's still dead because everything went back. He goes, "Where's Iris?" And Black Dad, he's like, "That ain't funny." And he like goes to bed. And then Wally's right there, and he's like, "Barry, they don't talk anymore." And it's like, He's like, "What did I do?" And then bam, it's the end of the episode.
Whoa, what did he do?
Yeah. So now we're gonna watch.
So he went back to a universe where he's like a big womanizer. Like it turned out, like in this future, he's just been a big jerk to everyone.
Women are like slaves.
He's like the Donald Trump of this timeline.
Oh, that's horrible. Horrible yet timely. Yeah.
All right, so we're ready for episode 2 now.
Yeah.
Of season 3.
Yes.
All right. So we just saw... You didn't remember the name of the episode?
No.
We saw The Flash. We watched Mr. Flash. That's his name, right?
Season 3, episode 2.
We saw Paradox. Then the first one was called Flashpoint. Is that foreshadowing?
Sure.
Well, now, like... Okay, so what does happen in... Okay, alright. Act 1. What happened to start the episode?
Well, you see Barry running because he's conflicted about how he disrupted the timeline. You see him think... It's basically him thinking about...
Oh, no. I thought it started with him dismantling that thief bike.
Well, no, that was when he was talking to that chick, giving her the whole story of what happened.
Oh.
The first episode, the last episode, it ended with him coming back from fixing, supposedly, the timeline, but then he doesn't know, he starts noticing that things are different.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that's why when he gets back to the Star Lab, it's like, "What's up, chums?" And they're all like, start yelling at him.
Some of them are bummed for no reason.
He doesn't want everyone being so bummed anymore.
Yeah, you figure you go back in time a couple times and you just fix stuff, right?
Yeah. Just put that there.
It's like a puzzle, right?
I can't find my keys. I'm just gonna go back in time to when I had them.
Never let go.
And then every so often, when you're going back in time to get your keys, you get tackled by yourself. Like, don't get your keys. All right.
Guess I need a new car now.
And then the next Flash shows up. No, you gotta get those keys. Yeah. This is getting confusing. All right, we'll give it 5 more minutes. If no more Flashes show up, I'm gonna do it.
Then another Flash will get the keys.
Well, no, now we gotta wait another 5 minutes. You gotta be fair. Alright, so his big plan is, like, he tries to, like, just, like, it's like he's playing with dolls or something. He's like, everyone just get along again. But it's funny because, like, time travelers do seem like big jerks.
Yeah, they just mess around with everything willy-nilly.
And, like, these are, like, his close personal friends, and he's acting like he didn't listen to them for, like, the last 6 months. Because, like, since he changed the timeline, he didn't know, like, their personal problems anymore.
Yeah.
So he's like, so how's your brother How dare you bring up my brother?
Yeah.
And so on with each character.
And also people not getting along.
But then he's like, he's so sick of everyone not getting along, he decides to go back in time until someone knocks some time sense into him.
Yeah, so then old Flash had to give him what for.
Yeah.
Give him a talking to about how when you mess up the timeline, it fucks a lot of shit up.
Like this teacup, and he crushed it with time power. That's force. Essentially what he said, right?
Yeah.
I'm no scientist.
Just shit's broke.
I could barely follow Barry's explanation at the end of the episode. This is a line. This is a separate line. And
then a third line.
No. Hold on. Go back to the second line. Flash decides to go back in time, but he gets stopped. And I bet even just getting stopped probably messed up time for a while.
Yeah, it must have like reverberated or something.
I bet like the guy came out to the car that Flash got knocked into and thinks someone like keyed his car, and he goes and beats up his neighbor that he doesn't get along with.
Pushes his wife down the stairs. She's pregnant, so she loses that baby. Time.
And that baby was the Arrow. Wait, they said 98?
Yeah. So they're still alive, but they're like kids.
And it didn't show like some kid in the background playing with like a bow and arrow.
And the like, kid just running in circles. He almost did a spit take there.
That was great. Thanks to some fatherly advice.
Nah, because he looks like his dad.
And if Barry was here, he'd start crying. Thanks to
Earth 2 Flash.
Earth 2 Flash. Thanks to Earth 2 Flash.
No, well, actually, it's just Earth 3 Flash.
Thanks to Earth 3 Flash. He tells Barry Allen Flash to just chill with all the time speed stuff, you big quitter. Like, all you do is time solve everything.
That's when he tells them that what he did. And,
that part made me mad, because before he could tell everyone what he did, which he should have done, you can't just lie to all your friends when you're the good guy.
Yeah, you can.
Well, not for the whole episode.
It's complex.
And then before he could tell him, like, it looked like he was going to try to tell him, and then she pulled him aside. You better tell him! I know you're hiding something. It's like, damn it, now it looks like I have to. And like, I didn't decide myself, and I look like a jerk either way.
But yeah, he was going to tell them.
I was gonna say something eventually, I swear.
When it was really obvious, that's when it happened.
But he's so bad at getting people to make up. Like, he could have, like, he should have just told them both, like, Iris and the dad to like hold your arms open and like try to shove them together to like some awkward hug. Like he'll just use his speed power to make them hug.
Yeah.
Like he's just very bad at. Now apologize. Say you're sorry. Like while they're caught in a tornado or something.
Barry.
But then the final act. This is the best part. They fight.
Yeah.
The rival comes back, and
he starts kicking Barry's ass.
Yeah, like Barry didn't take him seriously. Like Barry could have beat him if they were just speed guys and just using their speed powers. But this guy just stabbed him, so yeah, he kind of fights dirty.
Yeah,
and he just stabbed him, beat him up. But then his friend Vibe, the mysterious Vibe.
Since when is he mysterious?
Ever since he became a superhero.
That'll make you...
Like a vibration, that kind of vibe?
Yeah. But he fights the rival and the new guy, the anarchist? The...
Alchemy.
The alchemy.
But he doesn't really fight the alchemy, he just fights the rival.
And yeah, where did alchemy even go?
Yeah, he just bounced.
I don't think alchemy is actually that strong. He just zapped him.
He shot him with like some kind of crystal or some shit.
Yeah, but I don't think that would have stopped him. Because then, like, as soon as Barry's about to fight back, then he just has to deal with the rival.
Yeah.
And then Vibe helps him out with that. They beat up the rival, toss him in jail, and Mr. Alchemy disappears.
No,
Dr.
Cisco
Alchemy.
decides to call him a doctor. So he's Dr. Alchemy.
There were no doctors in that room to be offended. You can't just call someone a doctor.
What about that wrestler? The wrestler, what's his name? Dr. Wagner?
Yeah.
I don't think he went to medical school. I'm going to question his credentials.
Can you get a doctorate in wrestling?
I wonder what his thesis was.
That's the name of his finishing move.
The thesis?
The dissertation.
Oh, yeah. Dissertation.
Alright, so what did you think of this episode?
Garbage.
Very timely.
Everything got wrapped up way too neat at the end.
Not really. It didn't get wrapped up there. It just kind of like accepted it. It's like, well, this is how it is now. Deal with it.
And most of them were fine.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta deal with it. No more time travel. Unless in like 20 or 30 years I have to go back and stop some other time traveler to stop time traveling so damn much.
Because one timeline existed, then it also exists in this timeline.
And yeah, and I keep wanting to call him the Alchemist, but he's Alchemy.
Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist. So
he has the power to unlock like a different timeline within a person. I'm sure now, like the other timeline is dead.
No, because the original person died anyways.
Then where are the husks coming from?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it was because he got his powers. He didn't have powers, and Dr. Alchemy gave him powers. I think because of his super healing power, when he gets the speed, he was like, it was like shaking off all the bad stuff in his body while being normal.
His husk.
Yeah.
Makes you feel gross. It's like you shed an exoskeleton, basically.
Yeah.
So it looked like a piece of shit.
So they thought they were dead bodies, but it's just like, ew, what the fuck is this gross shit? Yeah.
Well, no, like when you get a sunburn and you peel the skin off, you look at the skin, you just like extrapolate that.
Why didn't either of you just talk about a snake shedding the skin? It's like the best example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that was happening.
I think a lot of that was just to establish that douchebag.
Yeah, the metahuman.
I don't trust no bodies.
Meta douche.
I thought Barry Allen's gonna be like, oh, we'll be friends. Everyone loves Barry.
It's one of those?
Well, because there's good guys, everyone turns to their side. That's like just the storyline. You keep getting friends.
New homies.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Fuck that. Superman ain't got no friends.
One Punch Man only has that robot.
Even his friends don't like him. Batman and the Justice League, they're all like, nah, he's too powerful.
Too broody. Always broody.
Batman doesn't like anybody.
That's true.
That's why he's metal.
He's got kid issues. That's why. Mommy, daddy problems. They weren't around.
What's going to happen next week?
Apparently, Wells and his daughter from Earth 2 come back, and Jesse has powers. Somehow.
Well, because he knows how to recreate the experiment. Doesn't he?
Well, no, because the last time when he tried to give Flash his powers and ended up killing him, remember there was that explosion with dark matter, and it hit Wally and Jesse. And nothing happened from that, but I guess because that happened in that timeline, they did get powers. And even though it changed now, they're going to have powers.
Oh, so you're saying like Earth 2 has changed also?
Yeah, I guess so. No, she would still be the same person that got zapped by the dark matter. And she just went home.
Oh, right. Maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure his timeline only affects Earth 1.
Man, there's different timelines.
I was thinking about that too.
Earths.
Yeah, like when he changes time, does it change time just on planet Earth, or is he changing time in like the whole universe?
Well, I thought they were on the prime Earth. They're in Earth 1, so I would say yes.
Wow. Time is crazy.
That's the best Flash review you can give.
That's all I was hoping for when I first found out the Flash was going to be a TV show. I'm like, is he going to go back in time? And now there's a fucking shitload of time jumping all over the place.
Oh, I hate that stuff.
What?
Time jumping and like wormholes and I'm going back in time, but then the future's still
the first one was pretty hard to follow because like you keep seeing the part where he stops Reverse Flash from killing his mom because they go back to that time a lot.
Wait. Wouldn't Reverse Flash be really, really fucking slow?
He's not the opposite. He's just
reverse. Yeah, so he's going in reverse.
Yeah, he only runs backwards.
He's all backwards everywhere. What the
and on his hands.
Oh, there you go. And he poos out his mouth.
Pits out his nose.
Does that mean when he's getting kisses from his wife, she kisses his butthole?
They bump buttholes.
They bump him. Wait, she's Reverse Flash wife. She's reverse too?
Yeah, why not?
Mrs.
He's
Reverse
from
Flash.
reverse world.
My dick is my head.
Kick
All
me
right.
right in my eyeballs.
I think that's everything everyone has to know about this episode.
Should we really talk about the metahuman examiner guy? Because, like, he wasn't there a lot. He's just kind of there to show that
we have new
something
characters
changed.
this season.
Yeah.
He's the douchebag from Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Malfoy?
Yeah.
How'd I know? He's in everything.
Oh, he was only in Harry Potter.
No, I'm sure
He's in all the Harry Potters.
I'm sure he's been in other things, but like when you think of a British asshole now, he's the guy you want. All right. The only thing we didn't touch on is any what the fuck moments. We're just like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah, I was kind of what the fuck with the husks. I was like, the only thing I could think of was he was shedding because he was regenerating.
Oh, like a corn husk. Husks.
Yeah.
Outer layer. Outer casing.
That's our review of The Flash.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Bystanders Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/GameMusicForAll. You can find links and show notes from today's episode at thebystanderspodcast.com. Follow us on Instagram at The Bystanders Podcast and on Twitter at TBS Podcast.
And you can support the show by subscribing to us at patreon.com/GenoBoost.